Hey friends! Okay, I have been I've been getting requests for this video for quite some time. So I wanted to come on here today and do this for you. I'm gonna check my lighting here. And so excited to do this. Okay, so today what I want to do for you is I want to talk about like we see highlighting and contouring, and we see, hi Tanae, we see like you know, all the different methods. There's so many different methods, and I think that it's really fun to hi Kasia, to like just watch how everybody does it. But I think it's really hard to translate it onto you and to know how you can get that really good, like, glowy look that you see on everybody else that you really want. So this is a video that lots of people have requested that I do, to just really specifically show you how I get that really dimensional look with a really glowy look, like right in here. And thank you so much. And then also, hi Caitlin. And then also, you know, just kind of how you know what colors are good for you and how to balance it out, how to pick the right ones, where to place them, and how to use your brushes. I think lots of times when I'm doing tutorials or whatever, I'm trying to show like how you can get the look that you want with the fewest amount of products and that type of stuff. But some of us really love highlighting and contouring and want to just really delve in and get that glowy look that is just so pretty and so just a lit from within. So hi Mallory, how are you? Okay, so today I'm going to be using a few different brushes, and I just put some basic makeup on my eyes so that way and my brows, so that way I could just dive in. But the brushes I'm going to be using today are for my face. Whew, got hairs here. I'm going to be using this brush, which is the B Square brush. This is the B Square. It's the blush and the bronzer. You can use them for different things, obviously, but if you don't already own this brush, I think this is a must-have in all the sets. It's such a nice brush, and the fact that everything's double-ended just makes it so versatile and so nice, and you just really pay for the price of one brush. And I get to have two. So soft, and it's made perfectly for highlighting and contouring, and for special, you know, especially for creams and powders alike. So you can't use a powder brush on, you know, liquid or on creams. So this one, you need special brushes. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on brushes. This one's the B Squared. This one is the 30-second hack brush. It has this softer end, and then it has a more pointy end here, and this one's kind of waxy. It'll kind of mold a little bit towards, especially if you need to wash your brushes, which I just washed them last night. This awesome brush I like to call just the BBF, but it's the best blend forever. It's such a nice brush. It has this tapered end here that is really, really just a wonderful brush to have in your collection if you don't have a soft tapered end like this. It's such a nice brush, especially if you're doing powder highlights. Really kind of just a loose powder anything, if you were just to set gently with a loose powder. And then this one, which is a more flat contouring, like blending and detailing brush, which is a great one. So those are the 3 that I'm going to use today. These are all awesome brushes, and let's get right down to it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my contouring, which is a little bit different, I realize, for most standard contouring. This is my palette that I have here on the top, and then this is my bottom here, and this is what I'm going to be using today. I use these colors on my brows and my eyes. So this right here, try not to blind you. I'm going to start with my contour. This contour is Astoria. It's a really great cool tone contour, but if you're nice and tan, you might want something that's a little bit warmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to take my brush, and I'm going to, it's a little bit warmer than I thought, so I'm just going to kind of dab it on like that. And when you're going for a contour here, you're going to go right at the base of your cheekbones. I think lots of times when we see people contouring, we want to go right here under our cheekbones and just go like right along that line there. But what that's doing, if you watch me from here, or if I bring it down here, it's making my cheeks kind of look, oh, hi Samantha from Canada. We're gonna be in Canada in just a little under a month. I'm so excited. Okay, so here we go. So if you put it like right about here, that's gonna help to like bring your cheekbones up and give that nice carved look and really carve out your cheekbones, define them, and putting it right there at the base. So you feel your cheekbone here, and you can find mine kind of ends right about here. So I'm going to be putting my contour right where it ends, not going below it, okay? So I like to start right about here, and I'm just going to sweep this down gently, and just pick up that cheekbone, okay? Now this is 3D foundation, which is all cream based, and it's so nice because instead of you having to do layers and layers and layers, you are going to get such a beautiful glowy look in just, really one layer. It's more like a paint by number is what I want you to think of it as. Okay, so I'm carving out those cheekbones. Obviously I'm going really dark so that you can see it very well. And then I'm going to come right down here, just a couple more taps, and I'm going to draw on my jawline. Okay, now this is a line that's really important that you blend out really well. So just make sure that you do that, because I have gone out without blending that. And I know a couple of friends of mine who have as well. You really don't want to look like you have that like chin strap beard going on, okay? So I'm just coming in right here, making sure I'm smoothing it out, and then I'm gonna bring it down. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, so this is gonna give it a nice, I'm gonna just blend this while I'm here. I'm gonna wait on the cheek contour. Just especially so I don't forget that. Now, when it comes to forehead contour, it depends on the shape of your forehead, but you really don't have to worry too much about like, hey, Louisa, what's the shape of my forehead? What should I be doing? The best rule of thumb is that you're really trying to pull focus. The rules of highlighting and contouring is the light brings forward, dark pushes back, and so we're trying to create dimension because your face isn't one dimensional. So when you throw on just like one bright color, you're just going to turn it one shade. So that's why highlighting and contouring is so awesome, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, because this is just really the way that makeup should be. Really bring out your features and highlight that instead of just kind of washing you out. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to just brush this gently in, because I'm really trying hard to create this focus right here, almost like ending in a heart shape, okay? And everybody calls this right here, like from about here down to your chin here, this is the triangle of light. So if I've ever told you that you want to really brighten the triangle of light, I'm talking about this area here. So I'm just smoothing the edges of my face I need to find a better spot to set this, by using this dark color, this dark contour. Hi, Janie and Lindsay. Okay, and then for your contour up above your forehead here, you really want to go, see how my head starts to curve a lot right here? So I don't want to have it unnatural right where my forehead is flat. I don't want to put a whole bunch of contour right there, because that's just going to look really unnatural. So I'm just right where my forehead starts to curve, right about the point of your brows, if you were to find that natural arch right there. It's going to be right about there that I'm going to blend into. So I'm going to start up here with the biggest amount, because that's okay for that to be the darkest. Make sure that I'm blending it into my hairline. That's important. And then bringing it down and just gently blending it right at that curve. Okay, so you can already start to see that dimension happening. And I'm gonna look like a clown for a minute here. Okay, so the next thing is getting your highlight color on. And with the cream blushes, with the cream products, the highlights are more like kind of what we think of as foundation. And this is the key. It's really hard. I think we want, every woman feels like she has dark circles under her eyes. I don't know about men. I've never been a man before, but I know that women are always like, I have such dark circles. So for starters, you don't really have dark circles. You need to just, you know, okay, not everybody, I guess, but try not to be so picky. Everybody has a little bit of a well right here with their eyes. As you can see, when I tip down like that, I'm going to see it more as opposed to straight on. And you're not often going to be in that kind of light where people are looking at you like that. So try not to do so much to the under eyes, because that can start to just really, really cake a lot. So when I'm starting with my, hi Kate, I love how you spell your name. When I'm starting with my highlight that I'm using, I'm not going right in there because I don't want a ton of product right there. So I'm picking it up. You can kind of watch like this. I'm tapping to pick it up, and then I'm just kind of stippling it, tapping it onto my skin and swiping just gently. A little bit of this goes a long way. I'm going to put it over my nose. And just kind of tapping it. And then I'm going to bring it down here. Kind of sharpening that. Hi, Ellen. And also covering up and highlighting, really. Not really covering up, but highlighting my skin there. Bringing it out. It's just such a nice glowy look. Like I said, I'm going to kind of look a little bit clownish until I blend it. And just smoothing, smoothing, smoothing. And then right up here, kind of fan it out. Found myself there in the background. Okay, so, and then I'm just kind of tapping it under my eyes, and I'm gonna come back to that, okay? So now right where I'm at, I'm gonna take this sponge and I'm gonna just blend in lightly, and I'm just, you can use a sponge, you cannot. This is a damp sponge, it's just damp, okay? It's not wet. I don't want it to soak up my makeup, but I'm just using it. I'm gonna use like the tip here to kind of blend this highlight, and then the more rounded end to blend the contour. You can blend with your brushes gently or whatever you want to do, but just for the sake of what we're talking about today, I'm going to use this Perfector. It's my favorite. It's so soft and just blends so nicely when just I soak it and then I squeeze it out really well. Okay, so I still have the contour stripey thing going on, but now what I'm going to show you is that really brightening of the triangle of light. So I'm going to use this brush, the BBF here, the blend, Best Blends Forever. And I'm going to use this end because it's flat, but it has a nice soft feathered end. And I'm going to take this really light color. This is Moonlit. It's a really nice neutral color with that touch of yellow in it that gives a lot of glow. And I'm going to start with that one right under my eye. And I'm going to basically fill it out this pie piece, okay? So the pie piece being up to here and over here. And it looks really, really beautiful to come out. Janie says she's terrible at applying it. Trying to get the hang of it. Just practice with it and it'll be the fastest thing that you've ever done soon. I love this because it's buildable. It's so like natural looking. Just kind of like a second skin look instead of it just looking cakey. My makeup never gets cakey. Okay, so you can see that really brightened up the area. And I just did soft little touches. And now I'm going to go for my forehead right up here where I really want to brighten that up a little more. Kind of give that halo effect. And then right here on my chin. Okay, so this is that detail that is really hard to catch. That I hear a lot of people, I'm going straight down my nose. I hear a lot of people ask me about, like, oh, I'm just trying to achieve that glowy look. Moonlit is a great color to use for that. Linen is a great color for anybody. I mean, lots of colors can wear that. So if your base color just isn't giving you that glow, try out one of these, okay? And if you need something darker, Aura is a great one. I'm gonna do the top of my lip here to help that kind of bring out my lip. All right, and it just gives it more lift because remember that light brings forward and dark pushes back. Thank you so much, Janie. Hi, Brenda. Okay. So it gives it that glow. I still obviously have lots of blending to do, but that is the magic right there, you guys. Now, what I've kind of done is I've kind of allowed my nose to look a little bit protruding, and there's nothing wrong with my nose. I don't dislike my nose, but I really want the magic to be under my eyes. So I'm actually gonna, I know I told you guys I was only using those brushes, but I'm going to use this brush just because this is a really easy way for me to contour my nose. And using my same contour because it's a really cool contour. You don't want to use a warm contour when you do your nose because it will just kind of look dirty. I'm going to just kind of go very lightly. I just tapped the edge of my brush, this straight edge, and I'm just going to go very lightly. Bother down the side and up to my eyebrow, okay, and then go in the front. I don't want a button nose, so I don't put the highlight right at the end of my nose, like too much, okay. My husband and my son are cracking me up. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not. And then I just kind of dust this back and forth. Now I really want that line to be straight down my nose because otherwise, like obviously my nose is gonna look really bumpy right now. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit on my finger of that really light color, that Moonlit, and I'm gonna go down my nose straight. Okay, if you go too far apart, it's gonna make your nose look wider than it is. Now using this perfecting sponge, I'm just gonna dab until I've blended it out. Now, another thing about nose contouring is that a lot of people want to go down the sides of their nose with the dark color, and that's gonna make your nose look bigger too. So I'm just gonna actually go down it with the light color, just very, very gently. Okay. So now I have some nice dimension. On my nose, and you can see more of my under eye area. It's not taking away. This brush is great. Getting right around your nose. The hook of your nose, which I didn't know it was called that. Okay, so now, are we glowing yet, friends? Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a tiny bit of, I already put some highlight right here. I'm going to take a tiny bit of contour with this brush, and I'm going to go right under my lip. And that's going to give it a shadow, a nice pouty shadow. Look how much bigger my lips look already. And now I'm going to introduce, ta-da, this awesome brush. This is, again, the B Square. This is a nice big end, so soft and wonderful. And I'm going to use a cream contour here. And what I like to do is just kind of pinch my brush so that it gets stiff like that. And I get some of the cream contour on that. Cream contour is so nice. It doesn't settle like powder contour does or slough off like powder contour really does throughout the day. And I'm just going to set it. Look how messy I got right there. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. And I'm going to come up here, basically going over the area that I contoured. That's going to help me blend in my contour as well. Okay? And see how nice and like glowy this side looks. As opposed to this side. It's just nice. I know I'm missing blush right here. Be patient with me. It's coming. Another nice thing about this is that if I mess up with if I feel like am intruding over here is what I feel like I'm doing right now. I can just build right over the top of it. Okay, because I really want to keep that nice pie piece there. So now for the other side. With the bronzer, and this is also going to go down on my neck, and that will blend all that together. So that's another thing. If you feel like you're having trouble getting your, hi Jessica, hi Rachel. If you feel like you're having trouble getting your contour to look kind of seamless, grab this bronzer. It's called Bella. It comes with this brush on my website. The link is above. It comes with this brush. It's in collections for $10 off. So you get 2 brushes and the Bella bronzer to try out. And you need it. Okay, I'm coming down on my neck here. Get it all nice and blended. Hi, Rachel. And now I'm going to use this blush here. This one's Black Cherry. I love this blush because it's really great and it's so pretty and it looks wonderful on lips as well. And I'm just going to use just a tiny bit of it, just a little bit. And I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to kind of I just want it right there. I don't want, again, I want the glow to stay right in here in the center. So now I can blend this out because I kind of just threw it on there. Now I can blend this out gently with my perfector. And anything else I feel like needs blending. Guys, I'm gonna need to ask my husband to take me out after this. Okay, or I'll just go out. All right, so lastly, well, I'm gonna say lastly, and then I'm gonna remember something that I forgot to do. I really want these lines blended out. You don't want them to look too heavy, or they'll make your pictures look dumb too. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my, this is Glamazing. It's a powder illuminator. And I'm going to just pick it up like that with this, with one side of the brush. And then this is how you are going to apply your illuminator. Illuminator is going to go on the tops of your cheeks like this to give your cheek that pop right up here. And then it can go in a couple other places. So I'm going to say right here, watch this, you guys. Look at that. So pretty. Is that a good sound effect for my, and I'm popping my cheekbones up so that I can kind of see right where I want to go. Giving it a nice little ledge. If I really want it to be more light catching, I can bring it further down here. Which, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like I want it to be more light catching today. And I'm going to do it a couple other places. So actually, I'm going to go right at the tip here, get some on the tip. And I'm going to come right up here on my brow bone. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little bit right in here. On both sides, so just open up my eyes. And then a little more on my on the tip here. And right here. I'm not, like I said, I don't want to have like super white blinding tip of my nose. Some people like that to get that button nose look, but I'm just going to go right here just so that the light catches it when I'm looking around. And then I'm going to go right here on my Cupid's bow because I put the dark under here and now the light right here and maybe a teeny bit on my chin. And I feel like I kind of absorbed a little bit too much of my blush here. So I'm just gonna touch. Okay. The blush is a little bit darker sometimes than people might like it. You can go lighter, darker, whatever you want to do. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and cover up any blemishes that I have. I have some blemishes over here, and that's going to be done with my highlight color. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is the last thing that I do on my face always, just so that I can be sure that I hide those little divas. And using a nice tapered brush like this, that's kind of fluffy on the end, is just going to cover lightly and brighten those areas up. All right. Do you guys have any questions? And I will put this up on YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, hi. And let's see, the last thing, I'm just gonna put some of this on my lips. This is Black Cherry. I think I said that already. It's kind of like a really pretty lip stain. And that is getting that really bright, lit from within look, and having your makeup have a lot of dimension to it. And there you go. If you do, this is one more thing, if you do like a sharper contour, I do have people who say, you know, I get all done and then I feel like I've like taken my contour away. Because this is so buildable, you can always go back in with a straight brush and like this one and make sure that you kind of you deepen that contour just a little bit more. So that is the huge benefit of using creams as opposed to using liquids and powders, is the buildable aspect of it, and then also just the more natural look. And I find that I get a much longer wear and I'm much happier with the finished product. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or if you want to get a color match, please comment makeup or follow the link that will take you to a color match form so that I can get you a color match that is perfect for your skin, for your eyes and all that. I can suggest all of your colors, even eyeshadows and things like that. I love to do that. So comment or click on the link and hit me up. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.